Lean and clean. For your business to live up to its potential in a globally competitive marketplace, your company will want to focus on improving supplier productivity, capacity building, efficiency, and environmental performance.
My name is Bradley Davis. I am the President and COO of Light Corporation. I've been here for almost 20 years. Light Corp was started in 1986. We have several sister companies here in Grand Haven: Shape Corporation, NetShape, BioSolutions, Pliant Plastics, and we're one of the group of companies. We have been working on lean initiatives, team initiatives, for 15 years, so we thought it would be natural for us to get involved with that process. We followed up with the folks from the Green Supplier Network, and they came in and did an audit of our facility in the spring of 2004. And from that initial audit, we had plenty of initiatives and things to work on that we kicked off and are still working on some of them even today. Basically, the way that we look at it is reducing any waste in our system and doing things in the most efficient manner possible is going to help us save money, create better products, and have much better processes, and that's going to help our customers in the end. And it's going to enable us to make more money and provide these better products. So when we look at things, we look at things from the very beginning of the process, right through the entire plant, the manufacturing cycle, right to the shipping, and all the way to our customers to try and get as many efficiencies as we can.
Being efficient means becoming more conscious of place, including where you live, work, or play. The lean and clean idea means transformation. Transformation to a more efficient approach to the whole manufacturing process. For example, Steelcase Corporation saw real, measurable benefits from the Green Suppliers Network. These include 60% less energy used, 80% less water required, up to 30% less chemicals, almost 95% less waste, and an almost 50% reduction in labor. Savings like these and more are positive environmentally and come back in profit margins as well. Thus, Interface Fabrics follows a sustainable model for all of their production, and they earn an increasingly larger operating profit margin. Interface Fabrics' global profit reached $144 million in 2006.
Marketing hype. And I see too many people sometimes, they're jumping on the bandwagon of sustainability, but they're not digging deep enough and understanding what are the tools and the techniques and what are the measurements that you're going to put yourself up against so that you really do put in place something that's credible. Because really what you want to be able to do is stand up in front of your workers and stand up in front of your peers and stand up in front of your local community and say with absolute conviction that these are the things that we do. We do them because we know they're the right things to be doing, and we know that we're going to be profitable while we do this. 6 months ago, I think the team went out there and they decided that, they noticed people were picking up lots of rolls of fabric and carrying them around. And if you walked out there, you would see now that there's an inclined plane that's been built where the operator actually loads the rolls of fabric up onto a forklift, carries 20 rolls, sets it on this inclined plane, and it kind of rolls down onto the table. Well, before they came up with that idea, there would have been an operator picking up all these, setting them down, picking them up, putting them on a table, putting them back on. And so they eliminated probably 30% of the motion that was involved, but even more critical was the motion where people get hurt. And so, safety really is at the front end of that whole process of keeping these things well organized and taking those extra motions out.
So how will lean and clean help your business? There is great potential within your business that the lean and clean process will unearth. After the first hurdle of choosing to participate in this program, the next step is to contact The Right Place Incorporated.
Now, Right Place has got two arms to it. One is economic development, which is attracting and keeping companies in the area. And then the other part is helping companies improve, which is the manufacturing sort of arm or group within Right Place. So we go out and help companies improve their manufacturing and environmental capabilities. So it goes back and forth, and really part of what we're trying to communicate to companies is from a strategy standpoint, they can't think about lean and the green side as two separate programs in the organization. You know, okay, we got a group that focuses on lean, we got a group that focuses on green, and maybe it's just a person. As we encourage them, they got to start working together as a team, because whatever we implement and think about saving from a green side of the organization has an impact on lean, actually a beneficial. And then things that we want to do in lean actually leverage the clean side, so they can get a real win-win out of the whole process if they do it right.
The lean aspect eliminates defects, overproduction, waste, non-utilized people, transportation, inventory, motion, and extra processing. The clean aspect strives for nature-friendly substitutes, optimized material and energy efficiency, solid hazardous waste reduction, air and water emission reductions, toxic material reduction or substitution, and efficient packaging.
So one of the key components to the success of this is this idea of a value stream. So for people that may not be familiar with that, it's basically a product line, one product that a company manufactures. And when we go in and do these assessments, we ask them to choose the most strategic value stream that they have. And with the thinking is that if we can improve that value stream with this lean, clean approach, then they can use that as a roadmap, a model for all their other value streams, and improve the entire company that way.
The Right Place consultants begin with a walkthrough of the entire system, a thorough overview of the current production process. With this overview in hand, the Right Place consultants will help process engineers look to the future with a work plan that lays out the steps to implement changes. The aim? To be more efficient and to improve both economically and environmentally.
From that, when we first looked at it, we said we thought we were doing pretty well, and then all of a sudden we went through the value stream map process and we realized how much waste that we actually had in our system. And all that has saved us an incredible amount of money on a year-over-year basis.
We present them with a future state, what their operation could be if they made the recommendations and implemented some of the changes. So a lot of that is not only operational efficiencies, but material efficiencies, how much water they consume, how much electricity they consume. And we even, if we have enough information from them, we'll calculate it takes so many kilowatt hours of electricity to make this part. They've never thought of it in those terms before, but the idea is that if you start here using 10 kilowatts to make that part, the goal may be to do it in 7 and then 6 and then 5 and see how few kilowatts it will take to make that part. Same for water, and so we try to reduce the material intensity of how much material they use to make it, so the more waste they create, they may be able to recycle it, but they're spending, say, $3 to buy the raw virgin material and getting 3 cents a pound when they recycle it. So they're better off not buying it in the first place and figuring out how not to make that waste rather than recycling.
The Lean and Clean Value Stream Mapping tool ensures that businesses are at their peak of productivity. Through the Green Suppliers Network, you and your customers are able to work together to tackle common problems and to build healthy, collaborative relationships. And you can extend these network benefits to your own supply chain. It is important to remember that you and your business will be receiving recommendations. That's all. It's up to you then to implement the Lean and Clean policies in order to see results. Participating in